All right, hello, 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 and welcome back, YouTube Collective. The birds are chirping, Spirit is bringing messages, and I wanted to do a quick reading for y'all. Now, happy Monday at time of recording. Of course, or for those of you who are new, my messages are always recorded with a timeless intention, meaning that I pray and I intend that Spirit brings you this message when it serves you best. At time of recording, we basically just had the spring equinox like 2 or 3 days ago, so happy spring 2026, time of recording. Spring energies are finding you in this now, so energies of newness, freshness, growth, invitations to expand and explore, to cultivate your soul driven curiosity. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. I love that. To cultivate your soul driven curiosity. Um, I'm doing some cleansing shuffles of the Archangel Power Tarot cards. That's what I'm going to use as the clarifiers in this now. Or rather, for this reading, yes, also in this now. What Spirit also wants me to really stress before I start pulling some of the oracle cards to set the tone of this specific reading, the initial channel really is around this concept of newness. And I've been building on this the last several days, probably I'd say the last week to 2 weeks in particular. There's been a great expansion in the invitation to explore new opportunities, new activities, new parts of community, new communities, new spaces, new people within your community, maybe that you've been in but you haven't yet connected with / haven't connected with before. Or maybe it was kind of like drive by. Either way, what I'm continuing to receive, both guidance, not even just both, I am receiving guidance, support, inspiration, and nudges from my spirit guides as well as within my gut instincts to continue embracing the new, yet not just new for the sake of it, it's new. Things that are maybe new to the version of yourself currently / the version that you're shedding, however, will not be new / are not new for that more embodied, optimal, joyful, fulfilled version of yourself. Like essentially what I'm getting is, for example, if you view a more, let's say, being more confident and unapologetic are intentions of yours, and you see a version of yourself, like the optimal version of yourself is someone who's quite confident, unapologetic to be themselves, willing to explore their curiosities, try new things, and realize / embrace that they really have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And so that version of themselves gives themselves, invests in themselves to explore interests, curiosities, talents, to receive and reciprocate invitations, things of that nature. Interesting, itch under my eye. So keep your eye out, keep your eye open for invitations. What Spirit is saying is like, in order to really embrace and unlock the fullness of this new season and of, I want to say, both growth as well as blessings, Spirit needs you to do different things, to, pardon me, ooh, hitting the mic, emphasis, do different things, do new things, shake up your routine, explore new habits and new practices, as well as refine and go deeper on things. It's not always simply about newness and novelty as much as maybe approaching things in new ways, approaching intentions in novel ways, holding space for innovation, tweaks and edits that bring in a new energy while maybe building upon a long-standing soul calling, soul invitation, as well as for many, on a much simpler level, allowing yourself to go out and enjoy life more. For a lot of y'all with this spring season, thank you, Spirit, bring me back into the channel. I'm getting like spring fling energy, spring fling, spring curiosity, birds and the bees, buzzing around, pheromones, pollination, fertilization, fairies, fays, maenads, dryads, nymphs, all different types of creatures that are embracing the freshness and excitement of this warm season and feeling the call to reunite and socialize and interact more with the environment and nature, let alone with other living beings and other living creatures in a variety of joyful and fun and playful manners and gatherings and times and spaces. So this really is an optimal season for you to hit the refresh button on your relationships, on your friendships, on your community interactions and connections, to put yourself out there a bit more. Still practice having boundaries and discernment, yet really let go of any frigidity or rigidness. Ooh, emphasis, you heard that? 555 on the timer, can't make this up. Spirit was like, you gotta melt the ice. You gotta melt the ice. For a lot of us, it's like, not carrying, icy demeanors, icy behaviors, strong winter vibes. Let the warmth in. Let a smile shine on your face. I'm not saying fake the funk or force it by any means. I am saying have some real fun and some real pleasure with other people, and allow yourself to explore new hobbies and interests and to do things for the joy of it, okay? For a lot of us out there, there's also a reminder, especially because I understand there's a lot going on right now in the world, and we all have responsibilities, obligations, pressures, bills, expenses, things of that nature. However, I really want to, and Spirit has been nudging me on this personally for a while now, so I've been ever more honoring it and leaning into it. Yeah, I'm feeling guided now to share it here in this reading. Is do not feel like you have to monetize everything / go into everything with a monetized intention. It's important that you allow yourself some free space to not feel the pressures of survival and survivalism, and to do something for really honestly pure joy, pure love, pure felicity. I don't even really use that word ever, so that's for somebody. Pure felicity, pure connection, things of that nature I'm getting. So while I'm not, and the thing is, Spirit will bring you wealth in various forms through these experiences of pure joy, yet they want you to be able to truly lean into doing things purely for your benefit and feeling unapologetic, letting go and truly deleting and canceling all forms of shame around any forms of receiving, and living your best life and feeling good and looking gorgeous, feeling amazing inside out, down to a cellular level. All the things that you pray for, you meditate for, you intend for, you manifest for, you focus upon, you call in, yada yada yada, whoopty whoopty woo. Spirit is like, lean in by truly having amazing times in the healthiest of ways, and things that continue to elevate your joy, your smile, your vitality, your vibrance, your color, your shine, your life force energy. Okay? So Spirit, can we get an Atlantis? Ooh, how many is that? All right, I'll take them because they've been shuffling for a while. I'm not surprised. Wow, I talked about wealth, and the wealth card is one of them that came out. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck to get to 5. So bottom of the deck, we have Synchronicity, card 28. Go with the divine flow. And I love how we're hearing a lot of birds chirping, and then there's feathers on this card and this flow. So she's listening to the wind. She's listening to the spirit, her spirit guide. She's listening to nature. She's connected with nature. In addition to the wind and the feathers, there's also a lot of flowers, in particular these beautiful, deep pink roses. So unconditional love, deep love, possibly Magdalena and or Maria, Mother Mary energies around you. For those of y'all, that's an affirmation confirmation, as well as amethyst crystals, possibly, for sure. And if you ever feel guided, also please take a deep breath and slow down, and don't feel called to rush things ever. It's one thing when the momentum is naturally flowing and fast. However, if you feel guided to pause and reset, let's go of unfair pressures things of haste that do not serve. Now I feel guided. The cards over here, we have 41 ancient ones and then 32 a dreamer. 4 plus 1 comes to a 5 and 3 plus 2 comes to a 5. So these repeating fives, 5, 5, 5, 5 synchronicities, fives, turning points, changes, foundational disruptive changes may really be occurring right now. However, I feel as though a lot of this we are actually being very much well protected. And even though there are a lot of quick and foundational changes, and there may be some very real stresses going on in your life right now, I do feel for the most part, you're truly in alignment with your faith. You're following your divine guidance. You're holding space for intuition, spirit to reach you. Your faith is still strong. Even if you have moments of feeling quite weary or tired, it's not your faith that's wavering. It may be your energy, your mindset, your patience in a certain moment, but you're not like forsaking all of the universe, all of source, all of God, goddess source. Like, no, you're not forsaking your ancestors, your elders, respect the elders. I feel as though a lot of y'all, if anything, I feel as though yep, because look what's underneath the synchronicity, guardians. I'm not surprised. I'm feeling like your ancestors are very close by. Your spirit guides, but especially your passed on loved ones and your ancestors are very close by, and they're in very close communication with y'all, especially if those of y'all with intuitive abilities. Now here we have dreamers, so this is a big message to dreamers. This one says dream to manifest your reality. And it's very interesting because I had a conversation yesterday with somebody who was telling me about how they have dreams about a version of themselves, albeit younger, that they really, experience a very like joyful experience of life. And I felt like that was a manifestational tool. Like I felt guided to share that. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure on how to fully land the ship or whatever. I don't claim to be an expert in that by any means. Yeah, I'm like, if you have a talent with dreaming, lucid dreaming, you can leverage that at a manifestational portal to really call in a lot of those joys and blessings into this reality. Like quantum leap, shift, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. Like Scarlet Witch, I'm seeing, multiverse type deal. So that may be, if any of that resonates with somebody tuning in this now, then this really is an emphasis for you, and Spirit is really talking to you and affirming this. Now, and then for some of y'all, this is baseline. Like a lot of your elders, your ancestors visit you in your dreams. Your passed on loved ones are close by. They're accessible in some way, shape, or form in the dream / you can send love through the dreams. Once again, these pink roses, this color pink, this pink of unconditional love. Guided to really drink water and hydrate. There's something about leveraging love in the dream space and letting unconditional love be a superpower, a source of power, and a guiding light. Yep. And as well as something touch. Like, I don't want to say fully tether. I'm looking at these little tassels / ropes on her wrist. Like, I don't want to feel tether as in chains or anything like that, but I do feel like ties that bind, cords, soul ties, soul connections. And those aren't all bad, obviously. Like there are those we love and that are really healthy. And sometimes, yes, do we have to like disconnect and cut things when we finish an agreement? For sure. But there are many that are ongoing and lifelong and can be quite loving and nurturing. So there's something about following those tethers and ties and exploring that in the dream space. Now, of course, using protections, being mindful, look that up, research that, because I'm not sitting here I'm encouraging basically loving and safe exploration. I'm not here to cultivate fear by any means. Yet I do know that there are various traditions that do teach foundational skills, like with any practice. And I just feel guided to encourage that wisdom. Maybe that the elders and ancestors being on the page, on the table, and I'm feeling like a sensation and an increasing like pressure in a good way here in my forehead to crown, like frontal. Yes, there's something about take your time with things, explore foundations, do a little bit of reading, do a little bit of research, take your time. Nobody's sitting here, like I said, you don't have to monetize everything. You don't have to make everything under the pressure of a capitalist, perfectionist profession. It's like, get to know thyself and leverage your abilities that come from God, Goddess, Source, your soul, your holiest self, whatever you believe in of the Most High. Own and receive the fullness of your anointments, because as you follow and lean into your gifts, your talents, they're guiding you, they're giving you ever more the clues, like follow the yellow brick road, baby. Follow your joy, follow your wealth, follow your abundance. The golden path is always rewarding. Do what lights you up. Connect with citrine if you have any citrine crystals in particular. It truly is time for y'all to be bolder in this spring season and to take consistent leaps of faith. I'm feeling the Fool card, the Aries energy, to explore new paths, new directions, and leap into your joy. You don't have to commit to something all out right away. Allow yourself to show up to things. Explore things in ways that don't have to be hyper committal. You don't have to jump into locking yourself down or being like another tool for someone else's dream on such a oppressive or ball and chain level. Like, no, you've liberated yourself. Justice with this sword coming through with this lightning. What I feel, this was a cutting through, breaking free. Truth prevails in the end. It's like, continue to go in the direction of your honesty, your integrity, honoring your alignment, honoring what calls you. You know what I'm saying? Like, honoring what drives you. And pardon me, because I was like wondering if I had like something arriving. That may be a sign in synchronicity for somebody. So hold on one second. Okay, so I was doing cleansing shuffles, like honestly, like before jumping back into the channel after the pause to get back into it, and then these cards leapt out, and I was guided by spirit to really keep them on the table. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I always shuffle on camera, yet this was like, these cards came popping out with the quickness. And now I was talking about the Fool card and the Aries energy, and look what came out. And I said, even before that, I said leap of faith. And this card did jump out onto the Wealth card. This would be the Fool card in the traditional Rider-Waite. This is the Leap of Faith card. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Was I not channeling that message? I'm going to shuffle a goddess guidance here to seal this in, just to affirm and confirm it. Yeah, here's what I'm getting. We have the Three of Cups, the Ace of Ariel, and then the Leap of Faith. Three of Raphael, Three of Cups. Reasons to celebrate a community of friends. Happy announcements regarding relationships or children. Having a good time with your good Judies. Making new friends. Exploring and expanding to new horizons. Exploring your hobbies. Connecting with people through that, and by experiencing joy in community, interactively, interpersonally, that is attracting and calling in Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or a promotion. And this card came up recently, and we've been getting this like message of promotion and or elevation in your job / career / station / coins, however you want to like classify it. So basically it's like going to have a good time in community, like I was channeling before, following where you're guided, legit leads to greater prosperity and wealth. The golden path is always rewarding, the affirmation, confirmation. And then the Leap of Faith was on top of the Wealth card. Now the bottom of the deck is like, I'm getting, is like the guidance. It's card 15, Decision, with Holy Jophiel. This would be the devil in the traditional Rider-Waite. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Really honing in on that last message regarding self-confidence and lack thereof. Spirit, and freeing yourself from this cage. It's like the cage is open. It's only you at this point that would be holding yourself back. So allow yourself to fly free, to explore. Sorry, I'm so used to going left for the phone. Like I keep forgetting it's in front of me. Getting used to the iPad, kitties. Thank you so much. But it's like, yo, go and explore new territories. Have more fun. birds of a feather flock together, and it's time for you to maybe like find your tribe a bit more, explore new tribe, and like I said, hold space for trying before you buy. Hold space for courtship. Hold space for exploring without rushing into a very deep, long-standing, forever committed. This is spring fling energy. Buzz around and explore. See what tickles your fancy and see what you feel yourself naturally and truly drawn to explore more of, to deepen, to develop. Yeah, it's like, have fun. Don't, like, pardon me, because I'm not here to try and tell you, what to do versus not to do in any type of controlling or compulsive kind of way. So please don't receive me that way. These are all invitations from start to finish. What I am getting though is I really want to emphasize, do something different, do new things, and then allow yourself to truly see what sticks, to allow yourself to see in what frequency maybe you want to repeat something or explore something, deepen something, research something, what have you. There are some things that, yes, are going to be more consistent and growing with increasing regularity and being a part of your routine, particularly like healthy and winning habits, going deeper into your passions and your whatever you feel called to like grow. Confirmation birth, and cultivate this season. Yet no matter what, it's like free yourself. You've been freed, like I said with the sword, there we go, Holy Michael helping. You've been freed from ties and chains that bind. So allow yourself to embrace these new opportunities, these new connections, these new community spaces that are going to bring in so much joy, so much fulfillment, so much experience and space for the embodiment and embrace of your purpose that will in turn bring in new wealth, new prosperity, new resources, new collaborations, new partnerships. Ma'at with fairness. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. We have Ma'at with fairness and then we have the justice card. I'm linking these two together. It's like I'm getting justice and judgment. I am definitely, at least justice, but I'm also getting some judgment as well. Like basically, Spirit has determine it is your season to grow. It is your season for prosperity. It is your season to reap your rewards. So take care of yourself. White Tara, sensitivity. You're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. Okay? So White Tara is letting me know, emphasizing, be gentle with yourself, nurture and nourish yourself, take care of yourself, engage in detox as you feel called. Like this is a need to detox with decision here too. So it's like really I'm getting like more hydration, more greens, more nutrients, more vitamins, minerals, things of that nature. It's like feed yourself. I'm feeling it's like I want you to really I'm nurture yourself like the most divine seed from the inside out. Give yourself the holiest waters, the holiest fertilizers, the holiest light/sunlight, the holiest whispers and sweet nothings and conversations and breath of love and breath of life. Like really love yourself like the sacred flower that you are. Pink roses continue to be a confirmation, pardon me. Pink roses continue to be a significant symbol throughout this reading. Can we get one more, goddess, please? Okay, we got two. Diana with focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And then we have Unach with easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. I almost said in focused timing, so there we go. So here we go. We got focused intention and easy does it. So Spirit is saying, take care of yourself, nurture and nourish yourself. A little goes a long way. So consistent actions with whatever capacity you have and whichever priorities and intentions you feel called to respond to take care of that day. Like trust it, not every day is going to be the same. Different weeks are going to have different energy levels, different ways that you are going to be called to show up for yourself, as well as maybe tasks, obligations, intentions, priorities, and goals. It's up to you to continue to practice harmony and put yourself out there a bit more or a lot more while still honoring your capacity. You don't need to do too much. This is why I keep saying don't jump into a heavy and deep commitment. Don't get carried away too much putting other people's, however well-meaning, intentions or invitations above your own energy, above your own vibration. Honor thyself. And remember to continue to prioritize yourself and what you're called to do. Because a lot of people are going to want to be around you. You are glowing up. You're growing. Your vibration is raising. Your magnetism is there. Your pheromones are on point. You know, like I was talking about that earlier, like that kind of vibe, that kind of vibration and magnetism. So a lot of people are going to want to link up with you. A lot of people are going to want to couple up with you. A lot of people are going to want to connect with you. A lot of people are going to want to solidify something with you. And I'm not saying you can't do that with anyone. What I am encouraging, though, is please do not rush into that. Please do not accept something too quickly. Please do not allow something to come along and derail you. 818's been coming up a lot. To derail you and your priorities, your passions, your projects, like what you've been called and what you've been focusing on over these last several weeks, what you've been gestating even in your winter, maybe more hibernational energies. Stay focused. A little goes a long way. Now, yes, make more time for playtime. Make more space maybe for support, help, balance, I'm getting in Spanish, intercambio, exchanges, there we go. I'm like, intercambio. But that may be a sign of synchronicity for folks there as well. Healthier giving and receiving. It's time to be in that active flow in the currency of giving and receiving, paying to play, and allowing yourself, yes, to put some out there as well as to gain back while not being pulled into someone's exclusive contract arbitrarily. It's really a season for you to court many different kinds of deals, collaborations, friendships, communities, activities, interests. And then after you've gone through a really lovely period of exploring, not to say that that has to end fully ever, but when maybe you feel like you want to quote unquote double down on something aside from your health and wellness, which I believe you're already doing, you'll know when it's time. Give yourself that space to grow and explore, okay? That's really the simplicity of it all. I am getting guided to look at the bottom of the deck to seal this in. Mary Magdalene with unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. I was channeling Magdalena earlier, affirmation, confirmation, all of these beautiful deep pinks, these pink roses, the synchronicities of it all. Confirmation as well as unconditional love. I've been channeling that. So leveraging unconditional love as a power, a guiding light, allowing that to guide the soul ties and connections you feel called to nurture and nourish upon this season. While remember, always honor yourself, have healthy boundaries. Don't allow yourself to get pulled or dragged. There's a difference between a healthy nudge or tug and invitation versus a drag or someone trying to lasso you up, hog tie you up, and control you. We're not having that. You come first and foremost. So follow what lights you up, your unconditional love and light, as well as your discernment, your guidance, your intuition, and your instincts. Your elders' wisdom, your ancestors of the Most High, their guidance as well as protection. The signs and synchronicities they communicate with you. And ultimately follow in the joy. And you're going to really you're going to have a lot of amazing blessings this season. So comment down below if you want to pick a card for this spring season from Ostara, the spring equinox. I'm feeling guided to pick a card. Yeah, I want to know. So comment, pick a card, 1111, down below if this resonates with you. And as always, I am dildivine.com. Connect with the links down below in the description box if you want to book a reading. Readings are open, whether you want a full hour to really get in depth, if you want a quicker mini reading, 30 minutes, things are available. And as always, book me for live readings from my Puerto Vallarta community out there as well, okay? So sending you all love, hugs, and gratitude. I'm Dil Divine, your friendly neighborhood queer muse, oracle, and soul guide, and I'll be back soon. Meow.